Portia's brilliant solution to this predicament, well, it's not really Portia's solution, it's Shakespeare's, and frankly, it's not even Shakespeare's solution. It's St. Paul's solution to this problem of being trapped by the law is not some act of power, some visible act of power, or an attempt to sort of realize some mystery that by definition can't be realized. It's to insist not on something other than the law, but more law than one can hold. And go back to Paul in Corinthians. Remember when the people of Corinth were having heard that the law no longer obtains, were having a good old time, and Paul was having to explain to them, no. What the mystery of the Messiah means is not that the law is gone, it's that the law has been fulfilled, that the law has sort of expanded almost within itself. So that doesn't mean you stop living within the law. As a matter of fact, you live as if. The fancy Greek was hosme, H-O-S space M-E. You live as if the law was still around, and we all kind of live in that Pauline sort of sense of things, as if the law obtains when it no longer obtains. That's the sort of Christian message. Yes, there is a letter of the law. Yes, there is a real world, but there's even a greater reality of the Spirit yet to come, which we really should attend to. And that's Portia's solution. She says to Shylock, you must do this for charity. This is lines 256, and Shylock is sticking with what he's been saying all along. I look for charity. He says, looks down and says, "'Tis not in the bond. It's not written." And Antonio says, give it up. I know the Jew. He's never going to change. And Graciano is yelling from the peanut gallery all kinds of insults. And so we get to this really sort of scary moment where she says, okay, well, go ahead and do this. Take this pound of flesh. And in the clip from the Pacino version, I hope you take a look at it, you'll see how utterly terrifying this is, that Shylock is about to take literally a pound of flesh from a strapped down Antonio. But then Portia all along says, hold it, tarry a little. Wait, tarry means wait. She says it quite a few times. By the way, Portia, if you'll note the scene, is very deliberately controlling the pacing. She's controlling how quickly people read and how quickly to decide. She says, wait a little, there is something else. This bond doth give thee here no jot of blood. The words expressly are a pound of flesh. In other words, if you want to be as literally attached to the law as you claim to be, Shylock, I am going to make you hyperbolically attached to the law. Take then the bond, take thou thy pound of flesh, but in the cutting of, if thou dost shed one drop of Christian blood, thy lands and goods are by the laws of Venice confiscated unto the state of Venice. And Graciano realizes immediately, being a smart aleck, but a smart one, O upright judge, mark Jew, O learned judge, he realizes things have changed. Shylock, who's no dummy himself, Shylock may be the smartest guy in the play, immediately senses, well, wait a minute, she's got me. Is this the law? And Portia says something very interesting here, and again, something very Pauline. She says, thyself shalt see the act. For as thou urgest, she says justice, but she really means law. For as thou urgest law, be assured that thou shalt have law more than thou desirest. It's that same sense of hyperbolic law that Paul evokes in his letters, particularly to the people of Corinth, that says when Christ comes, it doesn't mean the law is obliterated and you start leading any kind of life you want. You still need to live within the law. It's just that the law has imploded somehow. The law has been mysteriously fulfilled. And Shylock immediately tries to extract himself from that situation and says, okay, I'll take the money you were offering me before. And everyone's happy about this. But Portia says, no, hold on. Tarry, wait a minute. This law still has a hold on you. All of a sudden we discover things have changed, and things have changed rather dramatically. Shylock, in other words, was all for the law and following the letter of the law when he thought the law coincided with his own wishes. All of a sudden, the law is still there. The exact same situation obtains, but the law no longer necessarily coincides with what Shylock is thinking or feeling.